Okay, we're gonna go over Fruity Loop Basics real quick. Alright, we're gonna start with opening a new file. I'm gonna go to the file menu, click new, and it has already opened a new Fruity Loops file. You'll notice the tempo, which is the speed of your beat, and one way to find out how fast that is you'll see the little swing bar. If you click on this, highlighting this, and then hit play, you'll hear the speed. And as you adjust the speed using up and down arrows, it'll tell you how fast the beat is actually moving. Well, first let's go over the main controls, which is play, stop, playlist. The SS, I'm not sure what the SS stands for, but this panel right here is the SS panel. Piano roll, which is similar to a piano. You can enlarge that just by double clicking on the bar, and you'll see the piano keys to one side. And if you actually left click on the piano keys, you should hear a note for that sound effect. If I switch from the bass drum, BD is going to be a bass drum, to like a tom, and then hit one of these. Well, I'm not sure how the sound's going to come out on your system. It's kind of low on mine right now. But anyway, just we're going to go to X on that, and we're going to show patterns are important, because when you get ready to create your playlist, also you notice that over here on the left hand side there's no list of musical instruments. That will be your SB browser, and you can go up and down this list to get your instruments. Myself, I like to use the piano, so we're going to make a quick song with a piano, and this video should guide you through the steps of just making a basic song, and you should be able to play with it from there. I'm going to take the electric piano. What I did is I hit the left mouse button so I can hear the note. Now I want to put it over there in the SS panel here. So I'm gonna click and hold and drag it to the bottom and release, and it'll place it right there. Now when I go back to piano roll, let me close this. When I go back to piano roll, you'll see that that's the one that's selected. Now to find out which instrument is selected, let me minimize this. You see these little lights here. There is the light for the one that's currently lit up, the currently active one. This right here, if you notice, as I'm hovering over top of it, if you look at the top left, you'll see channel volume. That's the adjusted volume for that particular sound effect. And if you see right next to it is panning. If you want to pan it to the right side or to the left side, this is for more complicated pieces. You also have volume and panning at the top, and that is the master volume and the master panning. Anyway, we're going to start with a song with 95 tempo, and we're going to go to options, and we're going to go down to sound info. You notice you'll see the F11 key. That's a quick key. See, we're going to exit out so I can show you what the quick key is. If I just hit F11, it's just going to pop straight up to the info, and we're going to call this video test loop, and the info is basic song making skills. I'm actually just gonna put my Facebook right here. The URL is your address for the internet, like your home page or whatever. right here where it says show it on open, that's for every time I open this file, it'll show it at the beginning. Just to show you an example, first I want to save it. You'll see these quick keys here, and it actually pops up over here. This is like your message bar. It'll tell you what everything is. This is open, this is save, this is the export as a WAV file, and this is the save project under a different name. Now I'm gonna hit the save button. It's gonna pop up, since this is the first time I'm actually saving it. It's gonna pop up a little box here where I can change the file name. I'm gonna put test video music, and we're gonna put this on the desktop. The computer's kind of running slow because of the fact that I'm doing a video at the same time. That's fine. It's okay. Alright, and you see when you hit the down arrow, it'll pull up all the various locations where you can save your file. Like I said, we're gonna save it to the desktop just for this one here. So I'm gonna just click on desktop, and you'll notice everything that's on my desktop pops up. This right here, save file type, you want to make sure it says Fruityloops file, and then you'll hit the save button, and now you have officially saved your first musical piece. Now there's actually no sound in there. We just selected an instrument and we have it open. We're in pattern 1. We're at tempo 95. Now I want to start making a pattern. Now, for me, I'm not going to need this. I already know my tempo. I know what I'm trying to hear. And I'm going to start with a C. And we're going to just make, like I said, just a little simple song. What I'm doing is left clicking. Now, if your pattern is 4 beats, this is 1 beat, 2 beat, 3 beat, 4 beat. Now each square is 1/4 of a beat. And then this whole section and this whole section is measures. Measure 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I want to add something to that, but I don't want it to actually be a part of that pattern. The best way for me to do this is I'm gonna go ahead up here where you see the pause and play and the stop. You'll notice pattern and you'll notice song. I'm gonna switch over to song, and the reason why we don't hear anything is because there's not actually anything in our playlist because we have not started the playlist. If you click on the playlist button, you'll notice there's a place that says main animation. You can actually get rid of that. You're not going to need it. It's just something that is an automatic feature that they have that something Fruity Loops did. And I'm going to put that first pattern that we created 4 times. So it's going to create it 4 times. And then I'm gonna go back with the second pattern. I want it to go twice, skipping in between. So now I'm gonna make sure I'm at pattern 2 and pull back up my piano roll, and I'm gonna add notes. You notice see where it's played in the song. So we're gonna try to tune without actually seeing the notes. Let's see if we can get the sound right. Oh, if you click and hold, you can actually move the note. You can wait if you hover over top of you see the pencils to to you left click to put a note, right click to take it away. When you see 4 arrows, that's to move it, and when you see 2 arrows, that's to stretch it or unstretch it. Down here at the velocity is how hard the key or sound is going to be hit. And this is our first piece. We don't need to listen to it anymore. We're pretty much ready for production on this because it's just a quick sample. We're going to exit out of this and we're going to pull up our playlist just by double clicking on the word playlist right here. Now you notice that there's a little arrow right here. We want to move this arrow to the last part. Now I want to actually hear it play all the way out, but I want a little space left behind for me to edit later on. So what I'm gonna do is go to pattern 3, which I know is empty, and I'm gonna put that in space 5, and then I'm gonna move that arrow by hitting the right mouse button, and that moves this arrow over here, letting the computer know that this is the end of this piece, and now it's ready for exportation. But before we export, we're gonna want to save the file we just the changes that we made to the file. And we can just do that by hitting the little save button. Once you save, you'll notice it says save to and the file name. Now we're ready for exportation. When we export, we're going to go to file menu and you'll see export right here. From here, you're going to want to use MP3. You see there's other options. MP3 is the best one, it's most versatile. And we're going to click on the MP3. And it's going to pop up this menu. As I said, we're going to use the desktop for everything in this video. And I'm going to keep the same name. The reason why it will not overwrite the other one is because the other one was a Fruityloops file, and this is an MP3 file. Then we're going to click the save button. This menu will pop up. This is a rendering menu. And pretty much everything should be left exactly the same. You want to make sure your bit rate is somewhere between 128 and 192. Myself, I normally use 192. For this one, to save on space, we're going to do 128. The rest of it, I normally just leave it exactly the way it is. I haven't had any problems so far. And we just click go, and you'll notice that it'll disappear once the file is saved. Now, once it's saved, we can actually exit out of Fruity Loops.